How's it crack-a-lackin', y'all? It's a new day, which means new adventures, memories, and an apple in your system. You know 9 out of 10 gastroenterologists recommend you eat an apple a day to keep them away, right? So hurry, get to it. Oh, that one doctor? Don't listen to him. He recommends you don't vaccinate your kids. And he also thinks 9/11 was an inside job. But enough about that weird and elusive 10th Doctor. Cue that newly drawn intro, and let's handle this thing. Ayo, and welcome to another episode of the Drew's Broadcast, the most tremendously fantastic news broadcast, bringing you dining, robotics, entertainment, world, and sports news, all within the time it takes to eat an apple. Probably. I don't know. I wrote the script while eating an apple, so let's just get straight into dining news. In dining news, before I blow your mind with the video's title story, we gotta get through some real news first. So to start off, let's head to Los Angeles, California, where Hero Pay is causing a clash between grocery chains and county officials. On Tuesday, Los Angeles became the largest city in the nation to back a proposal requiring grocery stores to issue Hero Pay, according to the Los Angeles Times, which caused some anger from big corporations who were like, I don't want to have to pay my employees more. If you don't know what Hero Pay is, it's like an extra $5 an hour grocery store workers now get for risking their lives to bag your groceries, or to interact with you massless But since news of the proposal's support have surfaced, Kroger announced it would close a Ralph's and Food for Less store in the city of Long Beach because Ron Herrera, president of the LA County Federation of Labor, called Kroger's actions a scare tactic intended to send a message to counties and other states that says, hey, we shouldn't have to pay our workers more for risking their lives for COVID. But if you ask literally anyone other than the CEO of Kroger, they say, yes, people should get paid more for risking their life to COVID. So they can keep doing my bidding. I mean, keep a roof over their heads, of course. While this story continues to play out though, why don't we gander at this picture of pink mac and cheese and wonder, is the cheese pink? Is it candy noodles instead of real pasta? No, it's literally just a flavor packet. Kraft Heinz said they released a new sweet twist on their American Dinner Classic for Valentine's Day. So be sure to try it while you can, since it's only available for a limited time. In robotics and tech news, how about we start with some feel-good news? And yes, it has to do with that GameStop fiasco. Well, in a good way, because according to Fox 26 News, a young man named Hunter Khan used his earnings from the company's skyrocketing stock to give back, and even donated some games and Switches to a children's hospital in the Midwest. According to Khan's Instagram, he writes, quote, I am proud to announce my humble donation of 6 Nintendo Switches and games to go with them to the Children's Minnesota Hospital. Can't stop, won't stop. I'll overlook your oxymoron for now, Mr. Khan, because you probably made the day of every kid in that hospital. So cheers, mate, and don't stop. In other tech news, Fox News. Not the source providing the story now, but instead is the story. As it was reported by the Washington Post this morning that the company and some anchors were being sued for $2.7 billion by Smartmatic, an election technology company, for defamation, by alleging Fox, quote, decimated Smartmatic's future business prospects by accusing the company of helping to steal the November 3rd election from former President Donald Trump. According to the Post and the 300-plus page lawsuit, the company said it has identified 100 false statements and implications about Smartmatic and its services made on Fox programs, with some hosts being called out as well. Despite only setting up in Los Angeles County to provide services, the lawsuit says Fox's alleged smear campaign succeeded in making Smartmatic Company known by voters as a criminal that stole the 2020 election, leading to lost business partners and an estimated loss of more than $500 million in future profits. Fox writes that they plan to fight the company's meritless lawsuit and provide context for every story where Smartmatic is mentioned. In entertainment news, the Golden Globes nominees list was released the other day, but since I don't watch too much TV, movies, Netflix, the Golden Globes for again? All the above, eh? And American TV? Only most American show I watch is like King of the Hill, so I don't really have anything else to add to this conversation. I can tell you though that the Golden Globes will be hosted by Tina Fey and Amy Poehler for the 4th time in almost a decade, I believe, and that the event will take place on Sunday, February 28th, starting at 8 p.m. Pacific time. To see who's nominated and for what, I refer you to the description. In other entertainment news, let's head to the quiet state of Maine, where a dose of weird, crashed their Hyundai Sonata into the sheriff's office lobby. According to News Channel 3, 35-year-old Kristen Crowley was arrested Monday after she failed to negotiate an intersection, plowing her car into the station lobby, and then proceeded to try to get away on foot. Ms. Crowley was quickly apprehended though, and now faces 3 charges including a DUI, fleeing, and another for violating conditions of release because she was out on bail after being involved in a November robbery. In world news, let's cover the Myanmar coup. And for those of you with questions right off the bat, go read the BBC News article I have listed in the description because it answers all your questions as to who, what, and why everything went down in Myanmar. Alright, so for those of you who are patient, thanks for waiting. So, what happened Sunday? According to the New York Times, after the country's general election in November that saw civilian leader and National League for Democracy Party leader Daw Aung San Suu Kyi get reelected, the country's military and opposition party began getting sour and doing what President Trump wishes he would have done when he lost the election. Because after not having power for like 5 years, before 2020's end, they were like, that's it. shut it down, shut the country's internet down, stop flights in and out of the country, and round up Key's followers and monks. A member of Key's party is said to have provided a court order to detain her the day of the coup, also authorizing her detention for 15 days. The military is said to have gone through Key's villa, with the Times writing they, quote, turned up various pieces of communication equipment that have been brought into the country without proper paperwork. Key is accused and now faces charges she illegally imported around 10 walkie-talkies into the country, which can land her up to 3 years in jail if convicted. Meaning the country won't have a new, actually wanted leader in place because the military is set to keep control of the land. Wrapping up with sports news, if you came here for a Super Bowl preview, no, those don't happen here. Go watch the urinating tree if you want that. Instead, all I gotta say is good luck Tampa Bay, Kansas City, and Robin Hood. Why Robin Hood, you ask? Because they're forking out millions on a Super Bowl commercial, and I can't wait to see it go nowhere for them, especially after this last week on Wall Street. Also in sports, holy schmout, EA Sports, yes, the Electronic Arts Company's sports division, I don't know, announced NCAA football is coming back in the future. So yes, this is a yeet moment. Yeet. In a tweet, they just announced it would be coming back, but we still don't know when, why, how, yeah, stuff like that. Just be glad we no longer have to download draft classes to get updated rookies in, and no longer have to play Madden in general. Come on, you and I both know NCAA gameplay just on Maddens. It's like the same game, I don't know, just feels better. And for my fans of the NHL, according to ESPN, Deputy Commissioner Bill Daley revealed 2 new mandates Thursday. The first, which removes the glass behind teams' benches in a belief it will help increase airflow in their arenas. And the second saying, unless receiving injury treatment, players and coaches are no longer allowed to arrive at arenas until 1 hour 45 minutes before the puck drops. The moves were made following a cluster of COVID cases that have sprung up on NHL teams, players, and coaches, forcing many games to be postponed this last week. As always, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. I've been your host, Andrew Alonzo. If you enjoyed watching this not-so-professional newscast, be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to make sure you never miss an upload. If you crave more Drew's Broadcast stuff, you can always check out my SoundCloud for last week's headlines in simple satirical ways with the Drew's Broadcast podcast. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter at Drew's News Live to get notified of when all my weird content goes live, and when I also tweet stuff. Story links, social links, all kinds of links are in the description below, so head there if there's something you want to check out more in depth that you saw on the show. Alright, that's all I got today, folks. I have a week's worth of apples I need to catch up on, so I'll see y'all next time.